Coming right up, another fun varsity sports show.
In 2019, the JV Sports Show podcast began with the idea of spotlighting young people in our community. In time, that podcast evolved into radio, television, and live stream, and through that evolution, new ideas have enhanced delivery, giving a stage to students both in front of and behind the microphone in Arizona and beyond. Thank you for supporting the Varsity Sports Show, now the Varsity Media Foundation, a 501c3 educational organization.
Hey, this is Sophie, and you're listening to my dad, Vince. Dad, you owe me $20 now.
Hi, kids. This is DJ Soulman from the Funk Junkies, and you're listening to the Varsity Sports Show with my man, Vince Delisio. And what's your last name?
It's Delisio.
Okay, that's right. That's what I thought. Yeah, right.
AM 1060 KDUS Tempe, Phoenix, and KSLX HD2 Scottsdale, Phoenix.
This program is paid for by the Varsity Media Foundation, a 501c3 nonprofit educational organization, and its partners.
You're listening to the Varsity Sports Show, home of Arizona's youth, high school, college sports, and you, empowering education and enabling dreams, right here on KDUS AM 1060 in Arizona. And now, welcome to the Varsity Sports Show.
Good morning, this is Alissa Firestone with the Varsity Sports Show, here to share some big news for varsity sports. As this past week, the show reported it will now be evolving into a nationally syndicated program affiliated with the Sportsmap radio network, now airing on nearly 100 different stations across the country. The Varsity Sports Show has been producing strictly local content since it first started off as a weekly hour podcast known as the JV Sports Show in 2019. In 2021, the JV Sports Show became the Varsity Sports Show and began broadcasting all local high school sports and established an internship agreement introducing college and high school student interns to the show. Show host Vince Delisio explained how the interns were one of the key contributing factors to the show's decision to go national.
What influenced us to go national was our students, our broadcast students that are reporting for us. We have students that intern for us all over the country, and they want to report on news around them. Now, with this national platform, it's going to be more relevant. It's going to be fun. It's going to be exciting.
Delisio added that one of the things that he is most excited about within the opportunity is discovering new talent.
What I'm really looking forward to is continuing to find new talent out there and having that new talent report from their part of the country. And that is probably the biggest excitement about venturing into this Sportsmap network affiliate program that we'll be participating in. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the Varsity Sports Show on AM 1060 KDUS Arizona and the Sportsmap Radio Network. There you have it. There's the news. We're done. We can sign off now. We're done. No, I'm kidding. We got a lot of work to do. See, I told you guys we had some big stuff coming, and we did. We are national. Guys, the Varsity Sports Show is a nationally syndicated program starting today, January 20th, 2024. Whew, man, it's been a work in progress. 5 years, we are here, but we got to stay here. There's going to be a little bit of work involved. We can't just rest on our laurels and sit back and do nothing. We have to continue to provide quality content from quality individuals, and we got to do it every single week. So thank you for joining us. Thank you for starting off your Saturday morning with us here on the Varsity Sports Show. We'll explain the format. We're going to explain how this is going to be. It's kind of cool. It's unprecedented. Nobody is doing what we're doing, and I'll explain why shortly as soon as I introduce our guest host for this morning. Joining us from the Cronkite School of Mass Communications, one of our very talented team members. Her name is Alexandra Medina. Alex, how are you?
I'm good. I'm so happy to be here on this Saturday morning. There's no place I'd rather be, and I'm ready to get to work, Vince.
Yeah, this historic Saturday morning. We are at the Angry Crab Shack in Tempe, which has been a very solid partner of ours. It's fitting that we make this announcement and we make this debut from one of the meccas of seafood here in Arizona, the Angry Crab Shack in Tempe off Warner Road east of I-10. And also joining us, a couple other folks. We've got sitting right next to us as well, a graduate of Grand Canyon University and a member of our team this semester. Her name is Olivia Hansen. Olivia, thank you for joining us.
Good morning, Vince. It's great to be here. Thank you for having me.
It is great to. When we were doing our sound checks, I asked you, I said, you're going to need to speak a little bit louder because we have, these mics sometimes, and an old guy like me, it's hard to hear sometimes. And I asked you, the question I asked you was, do you ever yell at your mom? And if so, do it here. And what was your answer?
Never. No.
Well, you need to start. So anyway, I'm kidding. Moms, don't call in and complain. I'm just kidding. And then joining us on the line, another one of our team members who's joining us all the way across the country. Our internship is nationwide. And we have a partnership with the University of Florida at Gainesville, among other schools. You'll meet the rest of our team members as the spring goes on. But today, we have a young man, a very talented journalist. His name is Datin Ohana. Datin, how are you, sir?
Hey, Vince, good morning. I'm doing great, excited, early morning, nothing better than that.
It's after 10 a.m. there, so and a Saturday morning. So you all ready to go? You ready for this thing?
Yeah.
Awesome. I think it's fitting that, we announced this national partnership with Sportsmap, and we do our first national show of the year with someone that's on the other side of the country. So, Datin, exciting stuff, and looking forward to getting to know you, Olivia, and Alex as the show goes on. All right, let's explain the format. First of all, our friends at KDUS, we are still doing our first hour is going to be local. So nobody across the country, unless they're tuning in specifically to the KDUS app, can hear what we are doing. It is a local show from 8 to 9. From 9 to 10, we go national, and our signal is going to beam to Sportsmap Radio Network headquarters in Houston, Texas, and from there, Houston is going to beam our signal out to radio stations, to almost 100 stations all across the country, every corner of the North American continent, in the United States, as well as Hawaii. We're going to be on in Hawaii. So if you're near a radio and it's a Sportsmap affiliate, then you are going to hear us at 11 a.m. Eastern Time across the country every single week. Now, how is daylight savings affected? Later in the spring, when the rest of the country turns their clocks forward, we are going to turn the clock back. I don't know. Anyway, we're going to be on from 8 to 9 nationally starting in April, and then locally from 9 to 10. So here's an easy way to figure it. You guys in Arizona, just listen to from 8 to 10, and you'll hear us both locally and nationally. Not a problem. But for this first hour, we are all local. Our content is local. And then the second hour, the light switch is on with the Sportsmap Radio Network, and we turn it over to them with us, and we are going to be national. You don't want to miss a single minute. We have such an exciting show today. Let's talk to you a little bit about what we have. So, our live features today, we are going to be joined in the next segment from our old friend, Saguaro Sabercats basketball coach Lucas Ramirez for the Sabercat Report. That'll be at 8:15. We've got amazing, incredible content from our amazing, incredible team. We've got almost 30 team members now. We have expanded. We've got team members from Cronkite ASU here locally. We've got some team members, a couple of team members down at the U of A in Tucson, and they're reporting on what happened this week. Oh, man, Jed Fish, heartbroken. He'd got on such a roll. He was building up his recruiting here in Arizona. I was almost even going to be a fan, and then he bails, goes to University of Washington. Show me the money, guys. He goes to Washington. All right. Then we've got six amazing team members, actually 7 now, with Olivia joining us from Grand Canyon University. We've got a couple of high schoolers. We've got Arcadia High School. We've got Mountain View High School. We've got Who else is joining? We've got one more. Oh, Tempe High School. And then we've got Texas Southern University. We've got a couple young men, talented journalists joining us from Texas Southern. You're going to hear some amazing content from them starting next week. And we have, of course, Eitan Ohana and David Lopez out at the University of Florida in Gainesville. That is a big, big team reporting on national news as well as local news, things going on around them locally. It's going to be a blast. All right, couple minutes here. We got a couple minutes. First of all, Alex, let's start with you. What are you going to be doing for Varsity Sports Show this semester?
We're going to be doing a lot of things, covering games, color analyst. We're going to be running the camera, filming the game, interviewing coaches, players, picking the player of the game. There's a lot of things that we're going to be doing, play-by-play. It's really exciting. I'm really happy to be here. I'm happy that you chose me to be here.
Well, you chose us too. I mean, that's what's exciting about it, is that it was a mutual choosing, and you joined us, and you kind of kicked the tires on us to kind of see what we were about, and we did the same. And we liked what we saw and what we heard. A lot of talent, a lot of potential. Excited about you, Olivia. You wanted to kind of dip your toe in the water with journalism. How exciting is this opportunity for you?
It's thrilling. I actually found you guys through a suggestion on Facebook, which was interesting.
A Facebook suggestion.
Yeah, went straight to the site, and here I am, Varsity Sports Show, and I'm thrilled to be here. I'm super excited and already loving it.
All right. Well, the Lopes are represented this semester, and all the way across the country. Eitan, you got in contact with us, and this opportunity. What are you going to be doing for us this semester?
Yeah, well, remotely there's some limitations, obviously, but that doesn't mean the content we'll be producing won't be up to the standard. And yeah, I'll be creating audio packages, video packages. I'll be co-hosting the radio show like today. And yeah, all around good content. The expectation doesn't drop just because I'm across the country.
Absolutely not. It's good stuff, and we are excited about you and our partnership with the journalism school at the University of Florida. It should be a lot of fun. Any of you Gator fans out there, you are definitely going to get it this semester with the 1-2 punch of David and Eitan. All right, now let's go to some amazing content from our amazing team. We're going to start off with a report from our very own Mason Collins, who's going to talk a little ASU basketball. Take it away, Aaron.
Saturday at 12 o'clock, the Arizona State Sun Devils face off against the USC Trojans in men's basketball. The Sun Devils, despite losing 2 consecutive games, are still near the top of the Pac-12 standings. In their game Wednesday against the Bruins, ASU received 3 technical fouls, giving UCLA 6 extra free throws throughout the second half. With a little under 10 minutes to play, ASU was able to capitalize on one of ASU's technical fouls after a shooting foul by ASU. They were able to make 4 out of 4 free throws because they got 2 foul shots on the shooting foul and 2 more on the technical. They then received the ball and hit a 3-pointer, resulting in a 7-point swing, giving UCLA the lead. In an emotional game down the stretch, ASU found themselves on the wrong side of the scoreboard, losing by 2 points, 68-66. Now, they play against a USC basketball team that has gone from bad to worse. A team that was projected in the AP preseason top 25 is now 8-10 overall and is second to last place in the Pac-12. They are on a 3-game losing streak and haven't won a road game since December 19th. This team hasn't had their full roster at any point during the season. Leading scorer Boogie Ellis has been dealing with injuries for an extended period of time and has missed the last 2 games. If Arizona State has any chance to make the March Madness tournament besides winning the Pac-12 tournament, this has to be a must-win game against USC. Despite having a 4-2 conference record, they are 10-7 overall and are on the outside looking in for March Madness. They have had a challenging schedule but are lacking quad 1 wins. Their best win at home this season against Colorado. ASU cannot afford both home losses to UCLA and USC. Make sure to tune in.
SB Nation Radio is now Sportsmap Radio, keeping sports content fresh and fun. Join us right here on KDUS AM 1060.
APAC is your one-stop source for all your automotive and heavy-duty air conditioning parts, supplies, and equipment. They're family-owned and have been the Valley's go-to for all your auto AC needs since 1982. Whether it's for your everyday or vintage car, commercial, or off-road vehicle or equipment, APAC has you covered. Call APAC, AAPAK, the AC experts at 602-254-1116 and ask for the Varsity Special to get 10% off your purchase. Training Better Athletes was founded by renowned football coach Ron Sowers with the philosophy of training well-rounded young people in mind and body. TBA is the go-to for middle schoolers through the pros. Coach Sowers has worked with all sports but specializes in football offensive and defensive line skills training. Whether it's one-on-one or group training, reach out to Coach Sowers at trainingbeterathletes.com or call him at 602-435-9064. You can't cheat the grind. Hey, local businesses, join the Varsity Sports Show and promote your business on our weekly radio show and game live streams. We have several options to promote your business affordably and reach our incredible audience. Call, text, or email us anytime if you'd like more information on joining our team. The Varsity Sports Show will work hard to promote your business through our audio and video platforms while also promoting all of our young people. 480-779-9437 or email us at varsitysportshow.com. Hey guys, Vince here to talk about Angel Dentistry. It's where my wife and I have gone for over 10 years, and we trust them with our routine and extensive dental care because they care. Dr. Amber Angel is an Arizona native, born in the town of Miami, and has been practicing in the Valley over 20 years. For general to comprehensive dental services, call 602-788-2008. Located off of Cave Creek Road just north of the 101 in North Phoenix. Angel Dentistry, proud supporters of our young people and proud partners of the Varsity Sports Show.
Listener rewards for you with the KDUS 1060 app. Download today to hear all of the national and local shows you love. That's the KDUS 1060 app.
You're listening to the home of Saguaro Sabercat basketball. The Varsity Sports Show, AM 1060, KDUS, Arizona. And now, here's Coach Lucas Ramirez. Welcome back to the Varsity Sports Show, AM 1060, KDUS, Arizona. And in a few minutes, 45 minutes from now, 40 minutes from now, the Sportsmap Radio Network nationally, we are joined on the line with our old friend who kind of helped kick all of this off. I guess you could say that a lot of what's happening now can directly be correlated. This guy is the Kevin Bacon of the Varsity Sports Show. It is none other than head basketball coach at Saguaro, Lucas Ramirez. Coach Ramirez, how do you feel about that comparison, being compared to Kevin Bacon?
That's humbling. I mean, now that you guys are national, I feel like I should get a real serious cut of the pie, whatever that looks like. But man, glad to be on this journey with you, and really happy for you, Vince, and everyone that works with you throughout the years to get to this point.
It's been a lot of fun. It's been a good ride, and hopefully we continue it, and we are humbled and appreciative to be along with covering the Saguaro Sabercats and particularly the basketball team this season. Coach Ramirez, I'm joined by a couple of fellow journalists here. We have Alex Medina, Olivia Hansen, and Eitan Ohana joining us from the University of Florida in Gainesville, and I'm going to kick it off by going to my left here with Alex. She's got a question for you. Go ahead, Alex.
Hi, Coach. This is Alex. You guys are set to face Seton Catholic on Tuesday. Heading into this game, what are your thoughts and the biggest obstacles that you may have to face?
Yeah, really good question. We're excited to play Seton Catholic again. I think, difference in this time around, we're playing at home. It's always good to play at home, and it'll be a good region matchup. I think we hurt ourselves the last game. Against them, we had some turnovers here and there down the stretch and failed to execute, late in the second half. And that kind of was the difference right there. But other than that, it was a really good ball game. So for us, it's going to be playing 4 quarters of basketball and, just putting it back together step by step, possession by possession, and focusing on that present moment. But it should be a good matchup.
Okay. Olivia.
Yeah, I actually want to dive a little deeper into that. As a GCU girl, it means a lot to me to be at home when you play. What does that mean to you guys? Does that change the tone for you at all?
Yeah, absolutely. I think our guys enjoy playing at home. I think anybody does, right? You're more comfortable with the court. You're more comfortable with the rims. It's nice to have the student section there. Nice to have the band there. Nice to have, a spirit line there. Just creates a good game day environment. So for sure, I think for us as a coaching staff, you don't have to worry about travel and any, external factors that are going on out there. But no, it's always great to play at home, and we have great support and families in our community. So it's always special when we get to play at home.
Yeah, absolutely. I love that.
Hey, Coach. Eitan Ohana here from the University of Florida. Even though ultimately seasons come down to be judged by the wins and losses, not everything at the end of the day should be measured by them. Outside of the games you've won, what do you think is the biggest positive you've seen come from your season?
I think that the biggest thing is take a look out on the court, and you look at our most impact players, our freshmen, sophomore, a couple of juniors with very little varsity experience going into this season. So I think the most positive thing is seeing the youth movement we have going on around here. So I think that bodes well for the future, to me, that's what's most exciting. On top of, in general, our entire team this year, this group has been my favorite team I've coached since I've been here. This is my 4th year now here at Saguaro. And it's really a special group of guys who are very well connected. They have each other's backs. They care about each other on and off the floor. And we've had awesome groups of kids and teams the last 3 years, but this one, definitely sticks out in my mind.
Coach, it's no secret that you have been a huge follower of Nick Saban, and now that he has retired, we ran a poll and as to who would be providing quotes to you every week or daily or randomly to kind of help things going, and the 2 finalists in that poll were myself and Andrew Dice Clay, and I won. And so I've got 2 quotes for you. You could choose whichever one. I don't care. It's fine. Are you ready for them? You could retweet these, whatever you want to do. Here we go. All right. The first one is the 10 most important words you'll ever know. If it is to be, it is up to me. That's one. And that's I didn't write that. I've heard it a long time ago. Okay, so if it is to be, it is up to me. The second one is, and you can use this one if you want to, don't eat yellow snow.
I think I'll put both out there.
Okay, perfect. Coach Lucas Ramirez with the Sabercat Report, Saguaro Sabercat basketball coach, going through a little withdrawal now that Nick Saban has retired, but he's coaching a basketball team right now, trying to get things on track and going, and we love him for it and appreciate covering the team. We'll be back this week. Coach, good luck. We'll talk to you soon.
Thanks, guys. Appreciate all you do. Go Cats.
All right, take it away, Aaron.
Hi everyone, I'm Emma Bellows with KDUS and the Varsity Sports Show, and today I'm going to be diving into some exciting things happening at Grand Canyon University in the world of basketball. So buckle up and get ready for some highlights from the Lopes' most recent victories. The GCU men's basketball team is on fire with an astounding 13-game win streak. After a defeat against South Carolina early in the season, they came back stronger than ever, securing victory after victory. Their current record stands at an impressive 16-1 after their most recent win against Tarleton State, beating the Texans 74-48. Leading the charge was senior guard Tyon Grant Foster, whose recent performances have led him to earning his second WAC Player of the Week award. In the last 2 games against Tarleton State and Abilene Christian, Foster averaged 20 points, 5.5 rebounds, and 3 blocked shots. And it's not just Tyon helping lead this team to victories. Gabe McLaughlin showed his skills with 20 points as well as 9 rebounds, showing that it takes a team to pull off a streak like the Lopes have. Throughout the game, the defense also proved that they are a force to be reckoned with, not allowing the Texans to score for a full 6-minute stretch and ending the first half on a 16-0 run and the second with a run of 12-0. And after the game, in an interview with Coach Bryce Drew, he said the guys collectively knew they had to play tougher. The last 25 minutes was fun to watch, how they competed and the intensity that we played with. Following those wins, the Lopes prepare to take on Utah Valley at home January 18th before traveling to Seattle University for a game on the 20th. I'm Emma Bellows, and this is the Varsity Sports Show.
What's up, everybody? I'm Seth Kordich, reporting out of the University of Nevada, Las Vegas for the Varsity Sports Show. I'll be keeping you up to date with all things sports at the collegiate and high school level in the Las Vegas Valley. UNLV has a lot of big news for all their sport programs this spring, but our girls' track and field and cross-country team is taking first place for this segment. After going through a head coaching change this offseason, UNLV landed a stellar head coach, Carmelita Jeter. Coach Jeter is a former Olympic bronze, silver, and gold medal champion, all from the 2012 London Games. Jeter has the fourth fastest 100-meter dash time for women's world history and the second fastest in American history. Coach Jeter was formerly coaching track and field at the University of Southern California, helping them break old records and set new ones. The expectations are high for Coach Jeter, but the team, UNLV, and City of Las Vegas has full faith in her. For the first meet of their indoor cross-country season, Natalia Ruiz set a school record in the 3,000-meter race, clocking in at 9 minutes and 21 seconds. That's about 2 miles in under 10 minutes. That momentum carried over to the girls' track and field, who had just had their first indoor meet January 12th at the Spokane Sports Showcase, where team captain Kennedy Porter finished second in the 200-meter dash, finishing at 24.5 seconds, and third in the 60-meter dash, clocking in at 7.46 seconds. Not only were they running fast, but they were jumping high too. Grace Cunningham placed third in the high jump, clearing 1.66 meters. That's roughly 5 feet 4 inches. The UNLV girls track and field and cross-country team are taking huge strides in the right direction, with Carmelita Jeter leading the team. The girls travel this week to Varsity Sports' home state of Arizona to race in the Ron Man Classic, located at Northern Arizona University in Flagstaff on Friday, January 19th. You can see how UNLV and other local Arizona teams did at the Northern Arizona University athletic page. I'm Seth Kordich from the Varsity Sports Show, and I'll see you next time.
You're listening to KDUS AM 1060 Phoenix, Arizona. Hi everyone, I'm Sam Datin, here to deliver you everything you need to know about the top 5 picks in this upcoming NFL Draft. With 8 teams' hopes and dreams still alive, that can't be said for the rest of the NFL. Teams not in contention are turning their attention to the upcoming NFL Draft. With so many question marks still looming, we can only hope to answer a couple. Welcome into the Datin Draft Top 5, where I'll be breaking down my projected top 5 picks for the 2024 NFL Draft. Sitting at pick number 5, the Los Angeles Chargers select tight end out of Georgia, Brock Bowers. Bowers is expected to make an immediate impact on whichever offense he lands on. And with the Chargers needing to fill a hole at tight end, especially with many of their young receivers looking for new contracts, they'll look to deliver Herbert a new pass catcher. At pick number 4, the Arizona Cardinals select wide receiver out of Ohio State, Marvin Harrison Jr. While the Cardinals may have botched their tank for possibly one of the greatest receiving prospects of all time, they'll get a little help from the quarterback-needy teams ahead of them, which will set up Kyler and Harrison to ignite the Valley for years to come. At pick number 3, the New England Patriots select quarterback out of Louisiana State University, Jaden Daniels. Daniels is the current reigning Heisman winner and will try to parlay his final 2 seasons at LSU into a top 3 draft pick. With Belichick out in New England, changes are coming, and Daniels is the first move of many. At pick number 2, the Washington Commanders select quarterback out of the University of North Carolina, Drake May. May has been the consensus second best quarterback in this draft class since playing his first season at UNC. With new ownership, management, and coaching, Washington will look to do a total revamp of the organization, and May will be a cornerstone of it. And finally, at pick number 1, the Chicago Bears draft quarterback out of USC, Caleb Williams. There's many questions surrounding the Bears' decision to either build around their former first-round pick Justin Fields or restart the quarterback clock with Caleb Williams. Ultimately, they'll choose the USC signal caller to reboot a Bears organization still searching for its first 4,000 yards passing. For KDUS AM 1060 Phoenix, Arizona, I'm Sam Datin, saying see you next time.
Have you downloaded the KTUS 1060 app yet? Download today and get all of your favorite local and national shows right on your phone.
Locally owned and operated, the Angry Crab Shack is a restaurant that specializes in seafood boil with Asian and Cajun flavors and the freshest seafood in the valley. The Angry Crab Shack is relaxed and fun for friends and family, so put on a bib and eat with your hands because at the Angry Crab Shack, the table is your plate and your hands are the knife and fork. The Angry Crab Shack with multiple locations around the valley as well as locations in Tucson, Casa Grande, and Yuma. Go to angrycrabshack.com to find a location near you. And at the Angry Crab Shack, they have prices that won't break the bank like other seafood restaurants. Check us out on Facebook, Twitter, and online at angrycrabshack.com.
Hello, this is local voiceover model and former Daddy Yankee stunt double, Mario Malaby. Be sure to DM us your questions for Ask Lucas on Twitter. And you are listening to the Varsity Sports Show on AM 1060 KDUS, Arizona.
Hello everyone, my name is Jonathan Melendez. I am a senior at the Walter Cronkite School of Journalism, and I am thrilled to join the Varsity Sports Show team as an intern for the spring 2024 semester, helping cover sports throughout the valley. Can't wait to get started.
I'll turn those picks into gold. Wall-to-wall NFL coverage and the biggest stories coming to you from 3 to 5 p.m. The Rich Eisen Show here on KDUS AM 1060 and KDUS1060.com.
Hi, I'm Ben Munaweera, and you're listening to the Varsity Sports Show. This last month, we've seen some legendary coaches either retire or mutually agree to part ways with their organizations. But the one that matters to you Cardinals fans is Pete Carroll mutually agreeing to step down as the coach of the Seattle Seahawks. Throughout his tenure as the coach of the Seahawks, Carroll went 18-9-1 against Arizona, leading a somewhat lopsided rivalry, but it definitely had its moments throughout Carroll's tenure. From the Week 7 overtime thriller in the 2020 season to the ridiculous aforementioned tie in 2016 by a score of 6-6 in which numerous times the kickers couldn't make the game-winning field goal. Arizona even upsetted Seattle on numerous occasions despite treacherous seasons in Seattle. They are entering year 2 now of the new regime led by coach Jonathan Gannon and have tons of assets to rebuild the team with returning quarterback Kyler Murray. And with Coach Carroll gone, the young and potentially up-and-coming Cardinals could fly by the Seahawks and flip the rivalry on its head and regain some status in the NFC West. I'm excited to find out what happens, and I'm sure you fans are too. I've been Ben Munaweera. Thanks for tuning in to the Varsity Sports Show.
Good morning. Welcome back to Varsity Sports Radio. I'm Alex Shulman, reporting from Tucson, Arizona. Today we're going to be talking about college rodeo with Central Arizona College's head coach Joe Moody. Central Arizona and the rest of the Grand Canyon region is gearing up for their second semester of rodeos. The first of the season will be held in Tucson on the first weekend in March. Coach Moody talks about the team's mindset going into the second semester.
We had a lot of incoming freshmen last semester, so they were kind of figuring out the ropes of college rodeo. Every step up you take, coming from high school to college, it's a step up, and you've got to figure out how to win, and they'll have to figure out the next step when they go on to that one. So we're just going to keep building. We've got a good team. They just needed to figure some stuff out and had a little bit of a slow start, but we're pretty proud of them.
Central Arizona has a team of 60 students. Most of the students travel with other teammates across Arizona and New Mexico to get to these rodeos.
The kids, they pile in together and go to the rodeos. We usually try to hang with them as much as we can with coaches in case they have problems.
Moody says only 3% of college rodeo athletes end up going pro, but Moody's team is looking promising going into the second semester. Their men's team is sitting second in the region, and their women's team is currently sitting third in the region.
Yeah, we have a lot of talent on the team right now. We have some of our kids that are already going to pro rodeos and doing well at those.
Practice is starting back up for CAC, and they are chomping at the bit to get back in front of their fans for the last stretch of the school year. Thank you all for listening. This is Alex Shulman with Varsity Sports Radio.
Good morning, everybody, and welcome back to the Varsity Sports Show. I'm your host, Jonathan Melendez. For this week's topic, we will be discussing, are the Suns' Big Three finally clicking? The Phoenix Suns began this Big Three project of reconstructing the team from the ground up last season right before the trade deadline. It all started when new owner Matt Ishbia sent Mikal Bridges, Cam Johnson, Jay Crowder, and 4 unprotected first-round picks to the Brooklyn Nets in exchange for Kevin Durant. Following the end of the 2022-23 season, just a couple months after the KD trade, the Suns dealt Chris Paul, Landry Shamet, and 4 first-round pick swaps and 6 future second-round picks in exchange for Bradley Beal. The start of the season was chaotic. Injuries riddled the team and thus came inconsistent play. Dozens of different starting lineups and many losses along the way. But the Suns' Big Three has only played together in 8 of their last 39 games this season, with their current record being 4-4 as of January 16th, when all 3 start. With the team finally coming back from battling injuries, have we seen a sign of the potential this Big Three has? In their last matchup against the Lakers, a team they had previously lost 3 consecutive matches to this season, the Suns' Big Three finally was able to face off against the Lakers for the first time fully healthy. In this matchup, the Suns' Big Three of Devin Booker, Durant, and Beal scored 86 of the team's 127 points in a dominant 127-109 win in Crypto Arena. Rumors have circulated on social media of the Suns potentially looking to make yet another trade prior to the deadline. The Suns are rumored to be in the market for an athletic wing to add to the depth chart. The Suns haven't replaced point guard duties that Chris Paul left behind when he was traded away, and have appointed Booker as the team's starting point guard. However, the Suns have until February 8th to make any roster moves, and we could see the team bring in another point guard to let Booker take back his true position. Also, with the release of Bismack Biyombo from the Minnesota Timberwolves, the Suns could also look to a reunion with Biyombo, who played a role in the Suns' historic 64-win, 18-loss team, which set a franchise record for wins in a season.
Thank you for joining me today on the Varsity Sports Show as we discuss the Suns' Big Three and potential trade deadline moves.
This is Sierra Naess with the Varsity Sports Show. Spring sports are picking up at Grand Canyon University, and the Lopes are eager to hit the fields and defend the home of the Havocs. This week, I got the chance to speak with the men's collegiate lacrosse Division I reigning champions. Captains Matt Hartridge, Jake Hives, and Grant Warren are going into this season with the same goals for their team. Here's what they have to say. Each year, we have had similar goals and aspirations to shoot for. This year has been different as we already created a family atmosphere within our team. They share in years past, the culture of the program has not been established. However, the captains have made it a priority to build a culture their team can be successful in. The captains say our goal as a family is to grow with one another, win our conference, win the Southwestern Lacrosse Tournament. Then, the biggest goal is to win the national title. These leaders do not see these goals as far-fetched. Instead, they emphasize the team is in the process of making their goals a reality. There you have it. This is Sierra Naess with the Varsity Sports Show, signing off.
This is Angelo Scaturro with Varsity Sports Show, and here's a breakdown of everything Rebel sports from this past week in just 2 minutes. This is Rep Flash. This past Saturday, the UNLV men's basketball team started their 3-day weekend with an afternoon matinee in the desert. It may have been freezing cold outside, but the fans were able to experience some blazing hot action as they faced the number 20 seed Aggies of Utah State. The Rebels showed dominance all game long until late in the game. The Aggies continued to fight, and it paid off for them as they get the victory by a final score of 87-86. Then on Tuesday, the Rebels go on the road to Boise to take on the Broncos of Boise State. Rob Whaley Jr., the forward, had himself a day with 18 points to guide his UNLV UNLV squad to an 86-84 victory. The next game for the Scarlet and Gray is Friday when they travel to Fort Collins, Colorado to take on the Rams of Colorado State, and the tip-off will be at 7:30 p.m. For the 25-ranked Lady Rebels, they make playing the game so easy. They start their weekly journey at their home in Cox Pavilion to take on the San Jose State Spartans. The Lady Rebels handle that one with ease with a final score of 91-55. Desiree Young for UNLV scored 24 points, 11 for 13 on field goals, and 1 for 2 on free throws. Then UNLV had some road tripping to do, and their first stop was to Colorado to play against the Air Force Falcons. The Rebels won that game 76-64. And last but most definitely not least, the land of 619 San Diego awaits the ladies' arrival as the Aztecs look to be just the second team to beat the Lady Rebels. But unfortunately for San Diego State, the Aztecs' hopes were one and done as the Rebels took care of business, beating them 67-60. The next game for the ladies is on Saturday with an afternoon matinee at Cox Pavilion to take on the New Mexico Lobos, and the tip-off for that game will be at 2 p.m. This has been this week's edition of Red Flash. For Varsity Sports Show, Angelo Scaturro reporting.
University covering a recent change to the GCU men's D1 soccer team. If you haven't heard, the previous semester at GCU men's soccer stands in at number 7 on the Western Athletic Conference, or better known as WAC. Whether you know this story or not, GCU has new additions to the team, and their names are George Kiefer, the head coach, and Leo Chappelle, the assistant head coach. Both are new coaches for D1 soccer here at GCU, and neither are new to the industry. They have been involved in college soccer for many years. When asked about the new head coach, Mike Noonan, the head coach at Clemson University of Soccer, stated, "Coach Kiefer will be an outstanding new leader of the Grand Canyon men's soccer program. His knowledge of the game and his network for recruiting domestically and abroad will enhance the GCU team for many years to come. Most importantly, George cares primarily about the positive impact he and the university will have on each of his players' lives. During our years as colleagues and rivals, this always shined through. Congratulations to all." Kiefer has 22 seasons under his belt, with 211 career victories and leading previous teams to the NCAA tournament 12 times. Shortly after Kiefer was signed to GCU, he announced an addition to the team, being assistant Chappelle a week later, as he is bringing nearly 30 years of experience at the collegiate and pro levels. The soccer season is looking up with these new additions for the D1 players and GCU. I'm John Snyder.
Welcome back to the Varsity Sports Show, AM 1060 KDUS Arizona. Vince DeLisio live with Alex Medina, Olivia Hansen, and Eitan Ohana. We are live at Angry Crab Shack in Tempe. One of our valuable partners, been with us for a time now, and I guess the kids say for a minute. A minute is not truly a minute. It's more than a minute. I don't know what the time measurement is. Alex, how do you measure a minute when it's used in that manner? What is it? Is it a year? Is it a month? What is when somebody say, "Gosh, I've been with you for a minute"? What does that mean?
Gosh. Well, you would hope that it's a month.
Okay. Okay. All right. So it's more than an actual minute. It could be any measurement of time, but longer. It's an expression that it's a longer period of time. I'm trying to learn how kids talk nowadays, so I don't know. But anyway. All right. So good segments so far, guys. Great content from our team, our amazing team. As I was saying at the start of the show, we're up to almost 30 now, and we span the nation, and it falls in line with what we are doing. And you guys definitely, you're in for a treat here in Arizona because you've got the whole second hour of national programming, of which is going to be brand new to the rest of the country. So if they aren't aware of who and what the Varsity Sports Show is, they will be soon. Olivia, coming up after the break, what do we have?
Yeah, after the break, we have Coach Andy Johnson, the coach for the Mountain View boys basketball team. For the Toro Basketball Report. This is up next on the Varsity Sports Show, AM 1060 KDUS,
Awesome.
Arizona.
Good stuff. And then we have Eitan in Florida. We got Alex sitting here. We're also going to be joined by General Manager of Angry Crab Shack in Tempe. His name is Dave Kaiser. He's a Penn State guy, but he's still a good guy, and we're going to bring him on after the break. Guys, don't go anywhere here on the Varsity Sports Show. Go Varsity.
Check out the Doug Gottlieb Show, Monday through Friday, 1 to 3 p.m., right here on KDUS AM 1060.
Hello, sports fans. This is Dick Stockton, and you are listening to Arizona's home of youth, high school, college, and you, the Varsity Sports Show on AM 1060, KDUS, Arizona.
Hey, local businesses, join the Varsity Sports Show and promote your business on our weekly radio show and game live streams. We have several options to promote your business affordably and reach our incredible audience. Call, text, or email us anytime if you'd like more information on joining our team. The Varsity Sports Show will work hard to promote your business through our audio and video platforms while also promoting all of our young people. 480-779-9437 or email us at varsitysportshow.com.
Hi, this is Saguaro High School head baseball coach Joe Mickey, and you are listening to the home of the Sabercat Report, the Varsity Sports Show on AM 1060 KDUS, Arizona. Go Cats!
Hi, hey, this is Coach Bob Green. When I am not busier than a mosquito in a news colony, I'm listening to Vince at the Varsity Sports Show, Arizona's home for youth, high school, college, and you on AM 1060 KDUS, Arizona.
Bringing you the latest sports topics weekly right here on KDUS AM 1060 with me, the Doug Gottlieb Show, 1 to 3 p.m.
It's Toro time! And now, from the campus of champions, it's Mountain View Toros basketball coach Andy Johnson on the Varsity Sports Show AM 1060 KDUS, Arizona.
Welcome back to the Varsity Sports Show on KDUS AM 1060. I am Alex Medina. We have Andy Johnson on the line with us, the head coach of the Mountain View boys basketball team. Coach, how are you this morning?
Great. How you doing?
I'm doing good. Last night's game did not end in the way that you were hoping for. What takeaways will you take with you when you guys play your next game?
Hey, Coach, before you answer that question, I got to tell you, we ask the tough questions here on the Varsity Sports Show. This isn't McCabe. We're going to ask you the tough questions. So go ahead.
You're coming right at it. I love it.
That's it. Hey, hopefully you're not near any sharp objects or on the third floor or higher of any buildings right now.
all good. All good.
Okay.
You're just really proud of our guys' effort. I thought they defensively competed. And played really hard on that end of the floor. I thought we got almost every 50-50 ball, as well. Really proud of, like I said, just our effort and everything. We just we're just struggling on to make shots on the offensive end. I think we missed 13 shots, in the paint. And the game before that, I think we missed 23 shots in the paint. So there's a lid on the rim right now for us, but. That'll eventually rise and go in. So just gotta stay in the gym, keep shooting, and things will turn here.
Awesome.
Coach, when you look at your team and where you are right now, and obviously there've been some struggles. I mean, last night you started off a little bit slower. It was, my gosh, you were barely into double digits, leading at halftime. It was like 12-10, which was unprecedented, a real defensive battle. But then things opened up in the second half. How do things play out the rest of the season for you and your team's development there?
Yeah, I thought we were playing a football game there for a little bit last night, but no, just continue to keep living in the gym. At the end of the day, if you continue to do the work, the results will come. And just with such a young team and graduating so many guys from last year, it's a new experience for a lot of our guys in our team, kind of going through the battles at the varsity level. And the only way to get better is you got to go through it. And we'll continue to, every day just keep grinding and just focus on keep getting better, a little bit every day. And eventually the results will come for us.
Yeah, that all sounds great, Coach. On that note, sounds like you guys have a lot of juniors on your team according to your roster. How do you feel that affects you at this time of year? Do you feel that there's a lack of experience, or is anybody in particular stepping up?
Yeah, we've had a lot of guys step up. Jackson Woolley, has been a real great guy that stepped up for us. He's averaging around 15 a game. We've had some other guys kind of step up as well, randomly throughout the year in different games. A lot of that junior class, those guys just, due to having so many seniors last year, that they didn't get an opportunity to play a lot. So this is kind of, their year where, they're getting that experience. And, just between that class and, our freshman team, it's 15-1 right now, and our JV team is, I think 13-2 right now. So between those two teams coming on up and all these guys getting this great experience this year, and the talent that they have and the progress that they are making, just really excited. I do think we have a really, really bright future ahead of us.
Hey, good morning, Coach. Eitan Ohana here from the University of Florida. You have 3 upcoming games this week. What's one thing you hope your team shows in those games?
You just got to keep fighting. If you keep fighting and you keep battling and keep bringing the same defensive, consistent effort that we've been bringing, it's going to give you a chance every night, have an opportunity to be able to win. It's kind of our identity. We keep focusing on that. The offense will eventually come.
All right, Coach Andy Johnson, thank you so much for joining us here on the Varsity Sports Show. Coming up next here live in studio, we have Dave Kaiser, General Manager of the Angry Crab Shack Tempe.
Hey, so yeah, definitely. As I said at the start, Angry Crab Shack Tempe has been an amazing partner for us in advancing our initiatives to provide a platform to our students. And the guy that has been behind it all, basically the guy with the pen and the checkbook, he's sitting right in front of me. And he's a nice guy, too. A lot of these guys, they don't want to see you or hear you, but Dave always wants us around, which is, I can imagine for our students, but me, I don't know why, but he likes it when I come around. So Dave Kaiser. Dave, thanks for joining us once again on the Varsity Sports Show. How are you, sir?
I'm well. I'm very well. Thank you.
We appreciated you opening up your store to us and allowing us to come in, especially Saturday morning on a 7 o'clock when you're, 3-4 hours from opening?
Sure.
Wow. You're sitting here next to these bright-eyed, bushy-tailed broadcast students here. How has this been for you in terms of, Angry Crab Shack being such a huge partner in the community? You support a lot of sports, a lot of extracurriculars. Why do you do that? I mean, you're a business. You don't have to do that.
Yeah, but you do, I think. I mean, it's giving back. It's as you and I have talked about, it's the future. It's, did somebody do this for us somewhere? Did we have an avenue to pursue a dream, a thought, an idea, back in our youth? So I think we owe it to them. And it's just, why wouldn't you?
Well, Angry Crab Shack is more than just seafood. It's a gathering place. It's an amazing place. It's a community staple. I mean, I come in here and there's kids running around. It is just a big, huge family atmosphere. And you've sponsored teams. Obviously, I met you because of our partnership with Corona del Sol Athletics. And as a kid, you grew up in Pennsylvania, right? I mean,
Pennsylvania.
Okay. Yep. I kid you being a Penn State guy, but you grew up in Pennsylvania, and coming out here and embracing this community. Did you have somebody that kind of helped you along as a young guy when you started off? And
you always have those coaches. You have those teachers. My dad was a high school football coach. I saw the effect that he had on students and his athletes. I saw those athletes become teachers. The guys that I had knew on a first name basis, all of a sudden they were Mr. some, so-and-so. You always have those people, and you don't have those people if you don't have an opportunity to go out, and whether it's playing a sport, whether it's doing broadcasting, whether it's, somebody sees you somewhere in the community and says, hey, I'd like to give you a job. I'd like to give you an opportunity. And then that opens up every other opportunity that's out there that you don't see otherwise. And I think it's just important to be able to offer that kind of opportunity to people.
You're a big sports fan. Obviously, you look around this place, you see banners from every sports team here in the state of Arizona. Are you a Philly or a Pittsburgh guy?
Philly.
You're a Philly guy. Okay, so with with what you see going on in the state of the league, I mean, give us some projections, playoff wise.
Well, you look at the psyche of things. Kansas City and my wife.
You
my
big
in-laws,
friend? You big fan of Andy Reid?
I love Andy Reid.
Oh yeah, okay.
Oh, love.
Sad
Andy
when
Reid.
he got away.
It was good for him.
Okay.
It's one of those things. It was good for him. You couldn't be upset about it.
Yeah.
You see Kansas City now. It's the same, but it's different. Now they're going to Buffalo.
Yeah.
What's that do? Does Buffalo all of a sudden get their chance? And look on the other side of it. Kansas City wins that game. Does Buffalo just look and say, "We've done it every way, and we haven't been able to do it"?
Yeah. Pack it in.
They blow it. They blow it up, and they, so it's going to be fun. You've got the tried and the true Baltimore, boring, run the ball kind of, except the big defense, and then you've got this young kid coming in, Stroud coming in with the Texans.
Yeah.
What do? In a dome team playing in the cold, and they get all the different kind of mixes up. It's going to be fun, right?
It is. It's definitely going to be an exciting few weeks now and seeing how things shake out. And then in the spring, we're back to March Madness and a lot of other things. And a lot of things happening at Angry Crab Shack and being around the community. You're right down the street from the Cardinals training facility as well. So good stuff. Dave Kaiser, general manager of the Angry Crab Shack in Tempe and a continuing amazing partner of the Varsity Sports Show. Thank you so much for the wonderful opportunities you provide me. And I brought these guys in because I wanted you to see that it's not just me, it's them.
Yeah.
So they're doing all the work. So anyway, Dave, thanks again for joining us. And the next chapter of our show, we're going to be national here in about 15 minutes.
Crazy, right?
Yeah, you're
Be
here
fun.
at ground zero of it. So to think, wow, okay. Anyway, a lot of fun. He's a great guy. Dave Kaiser, general manager, Angry Crab Shack in Tempe. Guys, what an incredible show. We are just humbled beyond belief. Alex, the rest of the semester, what do you got cooking?
I'm just happy to be here. I'm happy to be going to ASU. I'm excited to see what's next, and we're just going to see where that goes. I'm so happy to have this internship.
Okay, and Olivia?
Yeah, just graduating in December, it's a new page for me this year. It's weird. But
a GCU Lope?
Yes.
Yeah, okay.
Very appreciative of this opportunity. This internship is my way to figure out what I love, and so far I love it. So definitely just working on this internship and just exploring my opportunities.
Awesome. And then, of course, Eitan Ohana from the University of Florida in Gainesville. What do you got cooking the rest of the semester, Eitan?
Yeah, I mean, like Alex and Olivia said, very appreciative for this opportunity. And I've got to say, so far, it's only been 2 weeks, but I've really enjoyed getting to do the work that feels real. I mean, it's nice and all to sit in a classroom and learn all that stuff, but it's a lot more fun to actually get your hands dirty.
What are your goals after graduation?
For me, my goal after graduation, well, my long-term goals, my aspiration has always been to have my own daily sports show, Monday through Friday on a major network. So working to that.
Okay. Well, there you have it, guys. Thanks again for joining us locally on the Varsity Sports Show here on KDUS AM 1060 Arizona. Stay tuned. Second hour is going to be national. It's our debut on the Sportsmap Radio Network, the national network out of Houston. We'll be right back after the break with a different show. Don't go anywhere, folks. Go Varsity. Thank you for listening to the Varsity Sports Show, where our mission is to empower education and enable dreams, creating an unmatched platform to showcase talent both in front of and behind the microphone in radio, television, podcast, and live streaming. The Varsity Sports Show, still your home for youth, high school, college, and you in Arizona and beyond.
AM 1060 KDUS Tempe Phoenix and KSLX HD2 Scottsdale Phoenix.